Hey everyone, something a little different today. I'm 5-1 in the Modern Challenge. One round to go. If I win, I make top 8. So might be a short video or no video at all. Might be this round plus some top 8 matches hopefully. I usually stream these on Twitch live, but I got COVID a week ago. I went out with some friends for a birthday party and I got punished. First time I got COVID actually, so I was kind of off stream all week and I felt better today, but I didn't feel like having to talk for 6, 7, 8 hours. So decided I would just fire off the modern challenge and maybe if I was doing well I would stream it, but then I just decided I'll record a video and yeah. So what am I playing? I'm playing actually the same deck I played last time I played the challenge, Temur Creativity. It's a deck I've been tuning and playing a decent bit. It did not work out at all last time in the challenge. I think I went 1-3. And I decided to give it another try. I felt like the deck was good in the leagues and I got maybe a little unlucky. So yeah, you're trying to cheat Archon into play was creativity. And you're trying to abuse Ren and 6. Works really well with this deck because helps you mix your land drops and get all your Dwarven Mines. You've got hard evidence for the extra tokens to creativity was. You got Bolt and Spell Pierce for some interaction, and then I decided to just play for Explore instead of some other flex slots I had. I used to have like a couple Unholy Heats and a Persist, so I could reanimate once in a while if I discarded it, but yeah. Um, yeah, so that's the deck. Um, Brother Skull. I have no idea what they're playing, but I'm gonna look it up. It's something nice you can do when you're playing online. The way I do it is I type my opponent's name plus MTGO in Google, and it's usually gonna give you a link with their most recent results via MTG Goldfish. So their last result is a 5-0 was Hammer Time. Also, top 32 in the Modern Challenge was Yawgmoth. I mean, either way, this hand's too weak. I have an Archon. I don't have much. This hand is infinitely better. No persist in this version of the deck, so no reason for me to keep Archon in hand really, unless I'm really ambitious and think I'm going to be able to cast it. So yeah, let's find out if they're on Hammer Time, something else. Looks like they have a wide range. They like to mix it up. Okay, looks like Yawgmoth. I'm gonna get the one basic here. Yeah, don't really need to get anything else. Deck's pretty easy on the mana. You don't have to be too careful which land to fetch because you don't have double green, double blue. Well, you have a Jason Mind Sculpture, but you're usually okay getting the one basic early on. So I see pretty nice start for me. All right, I drew a combo piece. Not exactly the end all be all against them. They have the wolf, etc. Let's see. All right, can't really afford to shoot a wolf. Question is, I have Prismari Command or I have Fable. I don't really need much. I kind of have, I kind of already have everything I need. So I feel like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could maybe shoot a young wolf in their upkeep. I almost definitely want to adjust for smart commands. Alright, I'm just gonna say go, I guess. Not exactly sure what I need to worry about. Chris, Court of Calling is their instant speed spell. Alright, obviously that's something I was hoping not to see. So let's think about it. They can get a land. I need to. I mean, Transmogrify doesn't work against Yawgmoth. They can just get -1/-1. So I'm actually kind of in a tough spot. My combo doesn't. Well, this combo specifically doesn't do much. I could shoot and draw 2, discard 2. But then I kind of need an artifact. Yeah, that's good for them. I'm gonna shoot Yawgmoth. I should do it now. Shooting Yawgmoth, it doesn't accomplish a ton. It does slow them down a tiny bit. Huh, I've never played that matchup before. But it's not very cool. Actually, I've played that matchup before, but a different version. They get Necromancer after sideboard too. But I get Veil of Summer, so that might help. Alright, task at hand. I don't know, nothing feels that great. Like even an Archon doesn't do anything. Kind of need to get rid of that Yawgmoth. I think I need to draw 2, discard 2. Okay. I think the line is probably just 2 damage to Yawgmoth, and then draw some cards and try and find a lightning bolt. Discard Fable. And I'm gonna discard. Could almost discard Transmogrify. Doesn't do anything as long as they have Yawgmoth. But it's pretty good if they don't have Yawgmoth. Am I gonna have time for double explore? Am I ever gonna be able to cast Transmogrify? Need to play a bit faster too. Wow. Tough. Alright, well. Let's see. Actually, that's kind of a mistake. Didn't have to fetch right away. Not that it matters too much. Yeah, it's getting blocker. It's fine. I do have 4 dwarf in mine to burn through. Alright, that's keeping Prismari command up help me at all? I mean, it could. Probably better than playing a Fable or at least the same thing, so I'm just gonna say go. Definitely expecting to lose here though. So if I kill Smart Command, if I kill Yawgmoth, if I target Yawgmoth, they can just put a -1/-1 counter on it and draw a card. Alright, I think they get to draw 20 cards or something. I can probably scoop here. I want to say I'm just dead. Man, that was right on the play killing their Birds of Paradise too. That was like the dream start. Their hand was really good too though. I mean, they get to draw, right now they get to loop and draw a card for every life they spend. So it's kind of tricky. I don't have a way to break up the loop. I mean, I guess they could get extremely unlucky. Because what they usually do is at some point they can get Blood Artist or a Messenger, and then they throw some life loss in the loop, or they gain some life. They have Blood Artist in play. Guessing it's pretty trivial for them to play around a removal spell, but might as well do it. I'm not burning time on the clock anymore. So I'm definitely gonna bring in the Free Veils and Dresdown maybe. Maybe Flusterstorm over Spell Pierce too. I think it's basically a better Spell Pierce against their deck, because I think their non-creature spells are just all instants and sorceries. One thing I could do also is bring in an Emrakul over one of the Archons. I guess Leyline of the Void's pretty good against them too. Actually have a lot of cards I can bring in. They have Necromantia in the sideboard. They can have Thoughtseize. Maybe Crime Punishment to get rid of my tokens. They would actually, I don't know, no, they probably have an instant speed. I mean, I doubt they're gonna just plan a way that they die to a single lightning bolt. Mm, I mean, I actually have a couple Spell Pierce in my deck. Because even if I shoot Blood Artist, they can just probably loop some stuff, right? Huh. They haven't used Wall of Roots yet, have they? 2 counters on it. So they can pay for Spell Pierce. Let me see if I can... I don't think that's gonna do anything, but I'll try. had one less mana, I think maybe going for the Spell Pierce. Top deck Spell Pierce would have been good. Because I can't imagine that that's gonna bother them. Well, they're having to think about it. So maybe it's not trivial. I'm assuming it's trivial. Well, I guess not. The Blood Artist in Graveyard. Okay. Well. Guess I'm just discarding extra lands. Discard step. I had to get to one-shot my Ren. I should have held on to some of these lands. I mean, I still have the problem was, oh, I can transmogrify a crab, forces them to sack 3 creatures. I mean, I don't think it makes a difference, 3 or 1. And the 1 Archon's not enough if I draw Creativity. So, yeah, rough. I actually drew Creativity too. So let's see. Yeah, I mean, let's just get an Archon, puts them down to 2. Their deck doesn't do a ton when it's really low on life. Their deck actually is like, their one blood artist is in the yard. I mean, that would be nuts if I won this game. I literally didn't think I could win. Like, thought it was like pretty much deterministic for them, but I guess not. Either that or they messed up at some point. Yeah, I actually kind of got a little greedy. Maybe if I'd kept an extra land, I could have also targeted my crab. And they just wouldn't have had the life to spare to, well, maybe I should have played to my outs there. Should have been like, okay, I need to have Creativity be the top card of my deck, exactly. Yeah, I didn't keep either land. Kept Transmogrify and Fable. I'm not really sure. I didn't really have a good reason. I kind of just kept the cards that did stuff, I guess. That's the extent of my reasoning. Let's see how badly I get punished for it. If at all. Wow. Damn. It's unfortunate. Might still be okay though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I can just take it. I think I maybe still just win. Because they can't kill a crab. I I've basically never played the Yawgmoth deck, so I can't tell you if they messed up or they just got really unlucky. Or if it was just like nothing they could have done. Oh, should never concede there. I mean, I could just have all my Archons in hand, even though it's, I guess I would have discarded them. So probably not, but you never know. Maybe I'm only playing free Archon. Maybe I have like an Emrakul in there for some reason. Alright, so is Flusterstorm just better spell pierce? Grist is a creature on the stack. Yeah, pretty much. So on the Veils, maybe Flusterstorm, maybe Dress Down, Leyline. And then they have Necromantia, so I think boarding out an Archon makes sense. I think maybe Transmogrify might be okay. Comes down fairly fast. So I could rely just on Veil, or I could just bring in an Emrakul. Emrakul sucks against Grist. Emrakul sucks against Grist. How am I gonna make room? I'm gonna make room for all these cards I could trim. Could cut Transmogrify, Explore. Maybe Jace is okay. Their hand's a bit mopey. Let's see, what am I cutting? Sorry. Because Archon Raid doesn't do much. It has to attack anyways. Maybe I'll do 2 Emrakul, 1 Grist, 3 Creativity, 1 Transmogrify. Kind of hedge a bit against Necromantia, which is just super staple in these decks. I do have 3 Veils and 2 Flusterstorm for Necromantia though, so I don't know if this is just gonna end up losing me more games than it's gonna win me, but so be it. I don't think they're ever gonna name Creativity, right? They're just gonna name Archon. So I guess I'm not gonna. And I kind of like, I feel like Explore plays well was the 1 mana spells I have in my deck. I guess for Smart Commands, kind of whatever. May cut another Fable actually, keep in all the Explorers. 2 Archon, 1 Emrakul. Alright, I guess we're doing 61 because I ran out of time. 61 special. I could have cut maybe like a Hard Evidence. I guess the blocker's nice. The 2 tokens always nice. Deck's a bit of a mess after sideboards. Okay, not bad. All flooded, but I got Ren, I've got a Dress Down. And unless the name Creativity over Archon, which would be a little weird. So you have Ren, but you definitely want to kill the birds. Not only does it give them an early boost, but Means that you get to use your rend to do something else on turn 2 anyways. So it's not lost. Pretty good one against Ren. It's gonna run it out anyways. Old value. Hope they don't just have a Seckelgeist. A second Geist. Even just like Geralt's Messenger would be kind of nasty here. Wow, bought me a little time. Archon numero uno. Not great. Alright, that Valdret's evolution. So they can get they can get a Yawgmoth. I mean, maybe I was supposed to play Dresden in their upkeep there to play around evolution Undying. Should I do it now to make a difference? Could draw a lightning bolt. I could get lucky. I don't think it subs the Undying. That'd be not how the rules work, but creativity. Nice, it loses haste. Nice. So they can actually draw infinite, not infinite cards, but they can draw a lot of cards on my turn if they want to. Oh, it's pretty miserable. Yeah, not great. Not exactly what Dream are made of. Maybe what I should have done is not done anything and then dress down at the end of their turn. And maybe they don't draw too many cards. And then I kill Yawgmoth on my turn and maybe it buys me all time. Yeah, I mean, more Spell Pierce would have been nice, I guess, but I already have 2 Flusterstorm. I think I want to go 2/2 nuts, even though maybe more elegant than just reactive cards and stuff. Geist Messenger. Make them do it. Oh, I'm ahead on time too now. Big deal. Okay. GG. All right. Let's see. So I still like all the cheap cards. Am I gonna lose? Because I'm gonna creativity into Emrakul. I doubt it. It is really bad against Chris, though. But if I only have Archon and if... I mean, am I really going to get Necromantia? Was Philosopher's Storm and Veil in my deck? Maybe. Perhaps. Also, Transmogrify becomes a bit better on the play. Maybe just got all the Fables, since they don't attack and don't block very well. And then maybe cut a Veil. Veil protects against Grists too. Veil cycles. Expect them to have disruption. What's the cut here? I think Leyline's a pain for them. But I'm boarding out ways to discard them. Maybe Jace is greedy. I don't know. I just don't know how often the game degenerates into some grindy matchup where I can win with a Jace. I think it could happen on the play. I explore to ramp into it. May just cut and explore. I don't love it. Alright, great hand. Bolt into turn free, hopefully Archon. That might be one of these games that I lose, or creativity into my Emrakul, don't get any advantage, and they just kill it with a grist. Oh, that was a nice draw. Actually, I think I make that big of a difference. Oh, not right now. Yeah. Might get super punished here. Okay, I have another creativity. That feels good, man. Now, worst case scenario, they grist and they lose their board. And if I had Archon, I think I just win. As it could have no Veil. That's the spot I was talking about, like Archon just loses you to having Emrakul can lose you the game here. God, Explorer's been good for me. Seems especially good in this matchup. Since they don't have a ton of interaction, especially instant speed interaction. I wonder if they have Necromantia in hand. I guess there's a lot of reasons for me to not be scared of Necromantia when I'm on the play. I have Veil, I have Flusterstorm. I can just do what I did here and explore, get it into play before they get to free mana, but they also have all the birds and the elves, or the hierarchs to play turn 2 thingy. right. Actually, I messed up. I could draw the last Archon in my deck now. That's kind of bad. It doesn't matter. I think I'm too far ahead, but they're like, oh, good news. It's only an Emrakul. Maybe I have a chance. No, I don't think their deck can win. Like, even if they had perfect 4 cards in hand, I don't think they can have 4 cards. I mean, obviously, they could have Damnation or something, but I guess even Damnation at Flusterstorm, yeah. I don't think there's 4 cards in their deck they can have that wins them the game, even if had nothing. Let alone want to have Bolt and Flusterstorm. I'm not gonna mess around. Let them take a look if they want to. All right, nice. I didn't fire off the good old video for nothing. Didn't turn on OBS for nothing. Didn't jinx it. Didn't jinx a run. So this 6 win out of 7 rounds locks me for top 8. Unless are they 7-0 maybe? 6-0, so they're like taking a look at my deck for the top 8. I don't think so. No. So that's 6 before the round. My tiebreakers are not that bad. I guess their tiebreakers are not that bad, so you never know. Maybe they hit a miracle, make it an 8, and then we play again. Maybe I should have countered it. All right, let's see it real quick. Desai, that's the world champ, right? Utah, if I'm not mistaken. Bob the Dog, Mordekaiser, Maltanis, Trinity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. So someone's gonna make it on someone's gonna make it on one player. Could be looks like it's most likely to be, yeah, I mean Batterskull's kind of next in line actually. And they lost, so their breakers go up. I don't know what the other people are playing though, the 6-1s. My one loss was to, not too sure, I forget. I lost to, Blue Reds. I don't see their, I don't remember their name. Anyways, oh, it was ALMTG. I lost to ALMTG, I think. Anyways, I'll be back for the quarterfinals. All right, back for the top 8. I was way off. Bratterskull did not make it at all. 13th, that was not even close. So it's gonna be me against Trikey in the quarters. Let's see. If Trikey has all Magic Online history, Boggles. But that was not that long ago, actually. 5-0 is Boggles. think Boggle's actually a bad matchup if they're playing the blue splash. Force of negation, blue. Okay, never mind. They're playing a Yurion deck. Okay, the Yurion matchup should be pretty decent for me. But not with this hand. It always feels a little bad to mulligan when you have a red in your opening hand and no second land, but it is what it is, I guess. So yeah, I hope I'm not too low. I'm trying not to damage my voice. I'm still coughing a bit, but yeah, today's the. Because I started having symptoms on just Monday night, and then Saturday got worse throughout the day. It never got too bad at any point during the week. I had the worst was at some point at maybe it was hurting whenever I was swallowing. You know, whenever you swallow and it hurts, that feeling is not good. But yeah, I guess I just had to wait it out a bit. But I guess I'll start being more careful again when I go out. Unfortunately, even if I don't want to have to. Let's see, do I want Mana Bolt up? Well, that kind of changes things. Just gonna go ahead. Play Crab on turn 1. It's kind of nice with this deck. You don't have to worry about which fetch to play. They're all exactly the same. The only difference, I guess, is Pithing Needle. That's why you want an even split, or as even as possible. But yeah, I know people seem like people enjoyed the arena content. The when I recorded my qualifier run, that was a fun weekend. That was a good run. So I guess this is a bit kind of in that vein, not just Twitch VODs. I do have. I kind of want to start making. Well, I should start making YouTube videos more seriously and not just the Twitch VODs. I had started a bit at some point last year and not been super motivated lately. But yeah, hopefully in the meantime people enjoy these kind of videos where it's just kind of me focused on the game and not just chit-chatting. More detailed gameplay, more just sharing my thoughts, not really interrupted by Twitch chat. So yeah, Yorion, usually an Omnap deck, and this matchup's kind of good because your early game plan is pretty effective. And if the game goes late, you can just start hard casting Archon. That's pretty effective against them as well. So I've had decent success. I actually don't think I've lost to a Yorion Omnav deck yet, but I could also see the matchup not being all that great if they just have a good draw. You know, if they just have hit every um, hit every point of the curve. You know, they ran and they have the counters, they have Omnap, they have Solitudes, they have the extra white card for the Solitude. They have it all. But usually do a pretty decent job at pressuring them was Ren and Fable. And it's not easy for them to keep mana up because their curve is kind of greedy, I guess, if you want to say that. And yeah, you can punish them. They can tap out, but they need to have a solitude if they do. So here I'm just going to go ahead and lead was Fable. They could have counterspell mana. They could have another counter. And now it's kind of on them to do something. I think a lot of it too can come down to who has Ren and 6 going. That's an easy way to gain an edge, just Ren and 6. We both have 4, but I'm playing 60, so I'm more likely to have it on turn 2. And once you have Ren and 6 going, they have to do something. That's good news. No counter, no Ice Fang, no end-step removal. They must have brain farted. They played their land before casting iteration. I can't imagine they have counterspell and they decided to let the Fable resolve. Fable's just so much value. Cheers. Well, they're really selling that counterspell. I believe you. So this is kind of interesting. It's not clear cut to me. My hand's actually pretty good. I think I'm still gonna get rid of Bolt and still get rid of Archon, but potentially not that far away from Archon mana. So I drew the one Transmogrify. There's 4 creativity and just an extra Transmogrify. I think maybe I should have played another one. Yeah, I have the Clue token. I have another Fable. I guess I'll just play Explore for now. Okay. And then now I have to decide if I want to play the second Fable. Knowing my hand's pretty good and there's not much on the discard. But it's also just a ton of pressure on them, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and jam it, even if I end up not losing the loot ability. Still no counter. Okay. So now, looks like they would need Omnath, Fetchland, Fury, plus Solitude. And a white card. Okay, no Omnath. Great news. Why is that Verdict in their version? Maybe. Main deck Verdict. It's not very common. Ren. Maybe they're just really saving counterspell for creativity and nothing else. But I feel like you at least think about it, right? If you have counterspell. Not just snap out of Fable Resolve. It's a pretty good draw. I'm just not going to use the ability. I mean, I'll kill Loren just to make sure, just for good measure or whatever. Okay, something really goes weird. I guess they could have endurance. Maybe I should have said both. I guess if they tap out for an endurance, I'm okay with that. Okay. That might be a pretty fun turn for me. I'm gonna keep one blue up. Off chance they have force of negation in their deck. I actually reshuffle my Archon at 4 Archon. I'm gonna cast it for free. 1, 2, 3, I guess. Then keep 1 treasure. Gets their entire hand, gets their boards. Okay. So in this matchup, how do I sideboard? I think I like Spell Pierce for Ren to Fairy in their counters. Dress Down's okay. Dispute's okay. You don't want Emrakul. I don't think you want Veil Eater. I don't even like boarding out Transmogrify because sometimes they tap out and Transmogrify like gets them or at least baits a Solitude. I think boarding out Bolt is okay. If you assume they don't have Ragavan or Risen Reef, but Dispute gets Risen Reef too. I think Prismark Command's like not that great against them. Like kind of whatever, it's fine. I can cut one. Something like that's probably good. I might have muted the wrong thing earlier when I was coughing and sneezing and stuff. Well, if that's the case, I'm sorry. Did not mean to. Okay, they kept 7. I have a really mediocre hand. It's super slow. I'm actually gonna mulligan. Hand's even, I don't know if it's worse, but it's definitely not good. So I'm gonna mulligan again. Get rid of Archon and get rid of Dwarven Mine, I guess. I do have Ragavan. Wow. It's kind of brutal. I'm not going to be too greedy, just play the Triome here. Eh. Oh, wait. Why not? They could play it. And 6. Good start for them. Bottom gross. Not that bad either. Alright, I like getting proving ground right away. If the matchup goes long, you kind of want second now. Second black. And I already have another cycling land in hand. Damage is probably done between my mulligan to 5. They might just be able to play an Omnath here and just be super far ahead. We'll see. I guess of the moon. That's kind of a tough one. Well, I guess I really should board out my lightning bolts. I mean, it's pretty good against me, but I do have lightning bolt in my deck. I guess or sideboarding by me. This game is looking tough. It's okay, we'll get them in the third game. I guess if I close that, part of the board goes. Honk. Oh yes, please. Have a few cards I can't cast. Jace can go, and I guess explore. So I could dress down and at least fetch a bunch. If I attack, could ping Ragavan and then attack. Then I lose my Ren, which I don't especially need, but I guess I'm just gonna say go and let my Ren die. See what they come up with next turn. Kind of a sweet game. Well, for now. Not sure how long it's gonna stay sweet for, but yeah, I think I just let it go. Really? Probably at like a side tooth or something. They didn't put they put Yorion in their hand. Am I just getting another attack? Yeah, I'm cool with that. You can have your Magus if I get a treasure a turn. Well, okay. I'm kind of confused, not gonna lie. Kind of a decision here. I would just want to see go, honestly. I mean, Ren and Plus is nice. But it's a counter spell too. I have a Traum in my yard. Zaptress down mana. Yeah, I guess I kind of like it. Yeah, I'm obviously pretty confused. Made it, I mean, made a deluge, I guess? Memory deluge? What are you just... I mean, I think maybe I should just dress down and get a lot of goblins. Be able to block. It's nice it's end of turn. Wait, does dress down and Magus of the Moon not work? Really? Creature loses all abilities. Damn. I never knew. Well, well. Alright. Lesson learned. Let me know in the comments if you knew about that interaction. Knew about it the whole time and just saw it coming. You know, just having a good laugh now. That's wild. I wonder why it stays that way. Makes no sense, but okay. Well, that sucks. That game's probably a lot. I guess I have a couple bolts in my deck actually. Could just draw a lightning bolt. Alright, I think waiting is just pipe dream. Might as well just explore right away. I'm not getting uh it's a little late. Probably a little late. And that would have been That'd been pretty decent instead of my Dresdown, actually. Arcade was just one of my lightning bolts, but I guess lesson learned. Ragavan and Magus of the Moon. And I had to mulligan to 5. I might have been okay with the 2 extra cards. It's gonna die to Ephemerate, but I'm just playing it for the loot effect. And I guess a couple more lives. Save some damage. So they're playing Ragavan, so probably not playing Resin Wraith, which means they also probably are playing Counterspell. Alright. Lightning Bolt or Bust. Need to draw Lightning Bolt, need to hope they don't have Ephemerate or Counterspell. Lots of if. Alright, they have 2 red and a multicolored mana up. That changes things a lot, actually. Now I can just discard Archon. So 1 for Bolt. Then I only have 2 Archons left in my deck anyways. Not for Smart Command. It's not a card I could have drawn earlier. I'll wait for that now. And actually, creativity, their creatures. Could try that. Maybe creativity. I want to keep my blue mana up, think. Alright, let's creativity these two. Dispute. Cannot pay. Alright, I don't think it's totally over yet. I think maybe a lightning bolt can still be okay for me. Maybe if I had one more life. Because now I go down to 2. I can only sack one of my fetch lands. I mean, I can flood the mana before I kill Magus. I guess I get a token from Fable and a token, and I can cast it for 2. Oh, but I need to draw Bolt, and I need to draw Creativity. I'm not sure how I do that. Seems all tough. Came this far. I'll play it out. Plus they're a bit behind on time. I wonder if I could have played differently. Give myself a better chance at any point. And then Magus really clowned me. The dispute was a bolt, I might have just one. Okay, they had their own disputes. So let's do all the bolts, I guess. And then I don't know about spell pierce and disputes. Let's see. Could just cut dress down. It's not like amazing against them. It's more cute than anything. It's not a card. If it was a bolt, I would have won. Like spell pierce because it counters Ren and Teferi, even though you don't care a ton about Teferi. Counters their counters. I definitely want all these cards. Hyper Smart Command can go. It's kind of like somewhat of card disadvantage sometimes when you're on the play. Hopefully having all these counter spells doesn't backfire. Yeah, hand's okay. Have the cheap tokens. Have creativity. Get to make them have it. They kept 7. Replace like a land was a Ren and 6, and my hand's just perfect. I don't think there's a point in shocking here, really. I might just, I mean, I'm hoping that's not what happens, but if I do draw poorly, I get to save 2 life that way. Could save the clue in case like it makes for a safer creativity target, but I think drawing is better. Like if I draw something good here, it's so good for me. Obviously, drawing all lands in an Archon, not ideal. I think I could get ahead and get a Triome set up for late game Archon. Let's see. Let's just play. Let's just fin the deck. And I'm not gonna play creativity into open mana. So this is kind of spots where they have Ren plus counter and then Omnath plus something, and they can like maybe win this game. Be a bad time to pick my first loss against that deck. So question is, I don't think I want to jam even though I have two creativities. Question is, do I get a mind? Start kind of pressuring them? I think I do. I have all four, so I can afford to. Yeah, I don't love my spot. It's not terrible, but it doesn't feel great. It's nice that I don't have like Ice Fang, Endurance, anything. It's kind of a cool draw. I think I'm just gonna get I'm gonna save some of the tokens in case of a Fury. So is that the spot? Is that the spot where they get to go Omnath plus counterspell mana up? That's where I would love to have one of my disputes. Yeah. Well, at least I kind of make them sack both their fetch lands. Something, I guess. Let's see. Let's fetch, but for Blood Crypt, maybe. Oh, you know what? I should have drawn in response. I'm an idiot. Okay. Guess I can attack first. Not actually blocking. Oh, I should have bolted in my. Oh my god. I should have bolted in the. Well, I guess I can bolt in response. Maybe they'll misplay. Maybe they'll like land into play tap because they assume they get the mana from Omnath. Maybe they'll get really greedy. What if they have Flusterstorm now? It's kind of a disaster. Well, that'd be insane actually to get to counter both my spells. Wow. My heart definitely skipped a beat there. That would have been so gross. Actually, I don't know. Did I have enough copies to like make everything pay? They have a full grip, 7 cards in hand, plus a Yorion if they want to. I feel like as long as they don't have a Nomnath, I might be okay. That's pretty annoying. Okay, no Fury. My own. Not bad. Great draw, actually. Really good draw. They tap out for Solitude. I can Creativity. Oh, wow. Well, that was awful. Oh, that's some game losing stuff. Oh my god. Oh well. Why did I like figured I would Ren and plus and see what happens, and I was like, oh wait, I can attack. But I was so atrocious. Oh well. That could be the game. If I just attack first and got any kind of value out of my Ren, probably would have. I'm not even sure. Maybe just Ren plus. It's because it lets me play Double Fable and get to 8 mana. Damn, what a disaster. Okay. Uh, 4 cards. Not sure what they might have. Kind of like my hands. Kind of like. Could discard Fable. Trying to hit land. You just Fable say go is okay. We're running low on time. Just counter that, honestly. They have so much mana. Does have the fairy in their deck. Should have just countered it, I think. They're running kind of low on time. I'm just happy to slow them down at this point, honestly. And I guess it's a blocker for my shaman. It's not a bad blocker. Alright. I'm gonna get rid of one of the archons. Could just get rid of the dispute too, honestly. Two archons left in my deck. I feel like the dispute should be good at some point. Don't want to dump my hand because as long as I have cards in hand, I have to play like cautiously and stuff, and their life's kind of tough, I think. I think that plays okay. That Rhine's like such value for them. But it's also slowing them down. Yeah. They needed that, I think, to turn the corner fast. Yeah, they've been able to play around dispute the whole time now. Wow. Countering that Ice Fang would have bought me so much time. Let's see. I don't know what to do. I mean, surely they have something for that, but I'm actually using a counter spell. Damn, and I'm 1 mana short. That red mistake. That red mistake was just so brutal. Don't really need to copy much, I think. So I think I can just block Solitude here. I think I might actually lose. Man, they have exactly 9 damage. Alright. They ran out of counterspell. Or maybe they just decided they were running out of time. Either way, works with me. Well, I had to play a little hardball here on the timer, but it's the way it goes sometimes. I mean, that really stupid Ren and 6 mistake. I've been on the other side many times of timing out was 4-color. Oh, better person than I am. I don't know if I'm giving my opponent the GGs after they timed me out. But hey, gotta get your hands dirty sometimes. I usually won't go out of my way to time people out, like from the get-go. But when the game kind of naturally, when they're just naturally like running low and stuff, I don't know, it's tough. If it's someone you don't know, like I don't expect someone who doesn't know me personally to like not try and time me out in fairly high stakes matches. So I usually don't I'm usually not too nice with people I don't know. I mean, I don't always even really, especially expect people who know me to not try and time me out. I guess if it's like someone I know who watches my stream too, who like enjoys my stream, then I feel like a little bad if they try to play the clock because it's like, okay, you enjoy my stream, so you know that I put myself at a disadvantage, but you're also trying to like, but usually that doesn't happen. Anyways, I didn't even have to cut the video. Straight into the semifinals. No editing needed. The Zai. What does the Zai play? Probably just Murktide. Champ. I like calling the world champions champ. It's my thing. There's Carlos Ramao, Javier Dominguez, Utah, Blooming March. I did not expect Blooming March. Well, that's kind of awkward. Am I supposed to bolt? I don't think so. Bolt seems a little counterproductive. Maybe next turn. I think I'm hoping for no Strangleroot guys here. Or am I hoping for no like Wall of Roots and 2 mana? Hmm. Well, no Yawgmoth, I guess. Oh, I guess it could have a thingy. I mean, my hand's too bad. I think I have to. I guess I could play it really slow. I could like shoot Strangle Roost, shoot it again, have Spell Pierce up. I actually don't hate that line. Alternative is just kind of delay everything by 1 turn and play with Spell Pierce mana up. Maybe. Because Myron's just dead anyways. Yeah, maybe it's just better, honestly. Sorry. I have all the lands I need anyways. Oh, nice. I've been muted for God knows how long. Well, welcome back, everyone. Didn't really miss much. Don't look like it, anyways. I'll play the Spell Pierce now. Maybe it actually makes a difference. No, probably doesn't. Is Messenger lethal here? I think it is. Like every cycle, we both lose 2 life, right? At 14, I go to 12. This is why I didn't want to stream. Just coughing fit. Oh, nice. Alright, let's see. Guess I don't think I'm going to do Emerald Call on the play. Can't remember what all I cut. Did I maybe just not do dress down? And then I cut a bunch of fables. The fable doesn't even sound that bad. Both ley lines. Did I maybe cut Transmogrify? No, I don't think I want to do that. Alright, let's do that. Damn, this is the loser. Do you want to play Triumph on one? Triumph on one. Double spell on two. It's a fine hand, but obviously I'd rather have Ran Veil. Kind of frustrating. 3 Veiled Flusterstorm in my deck. That's why he's the champ. Yeah. Yeah. Dying over here, no big deal. I think Emerald's just too weak against someone who has Grist in their deck. Just not worth it. Go. I don't know what he has to say go there. I guess it doesn't really matter. I play a draws 2 card. Just discard Leyline and Archon, I guess. I mean, what's in a stock? What could he even have? He actually won the challenge last week. Actually, nothing he can have. Maybe I should keep the Leyline. Discard Archon and I guess he might just have a Grist to kill it, so I need to keep maybe need to keep bolts. Alright, let me take a look. You can court for 0. 2 crime punishment, that's sorcery, force of vigor. Magus of the Moon, endurance ooze. Yeah, I mean, there's literally nothing. Oh, I literally have his list. I was like, I didn't think about looking up his list. He actually has 4 Thoughtseize and Noah. He actually doesn't have Necromantia on his sideboard. So it's not even something I need to worry about. Well, that Veldra was good. That's one way of dealing with Grist. Even better than Lightning Bolt. So, yeah, so he's probably just bringing 4 Thoughtseize and 4 Thoughtseize and what? Maybe 1 Magus of the Moon. That's pretty lucky. Alright, I think I can let him sack here, right? Because I think there's another trigger that goes on the stack. Yeah. Alright, that should be... yeah. I'm just even gonna attack him. Alright. The year Utah Takahashi won the world championship. We actually played round 6 maybe, when we're kind of both bottom of the standing. He beat me a really close match, and then he went on a huge winning streak. Definitely need the Veils. I think the Fluster Storms are probably fine. They do get worse if he sees them with a turn 1 Thoughtseize though. I think I like going down to free Archon. I like all these cards because there's not much you can do about it. I think I still like having Leyline, and I still like not having Fable, yeah. I mean, you could have some Fable, I guess. I think this is fine. Maybe Fluster Storm should be Fable. Could go either way. Since I don't think he has Necromantia. When was that? First place, 6-1 Modern Challenge, June 26th. So that's like she won the challenge last week. Didn't realize. I was too busy getting COVID like an idiot. Alright, you get to see me on the play. I'd be surprised if he was a favorite on the play. I also wonder if I should have 4 Archons just because he could maybe grind for a few. I mean, I gotta keep. It's 1 laner, but it's pretty great. It's really good against discard spell too because I've double Ren and I just need lands anyways. So he can take all the spells he wants. All my matches have been pretty close today. Kind of deck, it feels like when you lose, you got unlucky, but when you win, you got pretty lucky. Not sure what that means. Usually not the greatest sign. Almost hoping for turn 1 Thoughtseize. Oh, I see getting green here. I mean, doesn't matter. I mean, I guess it kind of matters. I could get steam vents, but like, what if I draw a dwarven mine and then no other lands? Then I'm gonna really wish I'd gotten something around. Being able to cast hard evidence not super important right now. Wow, just huge. Easy clap, as they say. The nuts, the absolute stone cold nuts. He needs like 3 more Strangleroot guys to win this game. How about 0 more Strangleroot guys? Okay. Okay. Second Prismari command. Or I could hard evidence. I think Prismari command's just better. Just sees more cards. Again, does this card access lands? I think this game's pretty much over. Unless he does have Necromantia in his deck. Even then, feels like the kind of game where I can just beat Necromantia. Could have just saved it for my turn if I want to play it really slow and kill his wall. That's really slow even for me. I'm just gonna shock again. Alright. Modern steam vents in the yard. Alright, it's not great. I was trying to maximize mana, play second hard evidence, sack, end of turn, play around a discard spell. He's probably kind of confused, like just main phase searching, making a dwarf. Makes no sense. I think that's fine. I don't think I want to bolt Dryad. I think I want to save bolt to kill a Yawgmoth. I'm guessing he did it just because he has another one. Just the clue in response, I guess. Well, should have sacked in response. One of the greatest draws. That is for sure. Okay, it's a pretty feel good draw. I mean, I'd just take a creativity, obviously, but it's kind of nice. All insurance. Could maybe bury him here, go run minus on the Dryads. I might do it. If he doesn't sack it first. What about now? Am I supposed to kill the wall? I don't think so. I think it's really hard for him to win. Like feels like the best he can do is like play Yawgmoth, draw a card, and then hope he untaps with Yawgmoth and gets to do more. I mean, I'd be pretty happy if he sacked the wall, I think. If he sacks the wall, well, he's already in bad shape, but if he sacks the wall, it means he's really desperate at this point. I mean, I can even just run Archon now. Have the mana next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks like we're going to the finals against Maltanis. Maltanis 01. I'll go run real quick to the bathroom. Have a little shot of wonderful cough syrup. Reminds me of when I was a kid. You see it all sick. That cough syrup, the same taste, hasn't changed. I actually don't mind it too much. How does Gris work? Oh, right. I was going to say, was lane 9 in play? Have I called the match too soon? Is this game actually not over? There's no way, right? Okay. Does I have venues? How many Archons do I have left in my deck? 3. We need to have a talk. Hello. No back-to-back trophies for you. I get to try. All right, very nice. We'll be right back. Feel free to fast forward a couple minutes if you want to skip right to the finals. All right. They're choosing to play first. Pretty smart. My hand's pretty good. Also smart. Maltanis 01 MTGO. Tournament finishes. Their last tournament finishes are like 8 years ago. So weird. It's like a couple people, like there's someone who won a challenge the other day, and it was the same thing. Like last known results was like super long ago. Wow. Okay. I beat in Burn before, but Archon Cruelty at the top. Great. Beaten Burn before, but probably not the easiest matchup. Let's see. Hmm. I don't think I'm even gonna bother with Ren. So I save my on-tap basic. Ren does literally nothing for me this game. Ideally, this would have been just come into play, or it would have been a shock land. Would have made my life a bit easier. I wonder if it's just people who like manage to hide their history on MTG Goldfish, if that's possible. Alright, I see. I need to spell pierce whatever they give me. And then I need to decide if I'm better off playing Fable. Yeah, I think I am. Obviously, if they have Searing Blaze, I'm dead, but I'm dead to almost any combo of cards. I need to be on the play this game to have a chance, I think. Obviously, if I'd known what I was up against, I think I probably would have mulliganed to at least try and have a bolt or a crab. Searing Blaze for 1 billion damage. Alright. That was rough. And I can bring in Storm and Boseiju. I think Force of Vigor is all extreme. And then Jace, not super useful. Multiple Archon, not very useful either. Transmogrify is pretty kind of tricky to get, but you never know. Boseiju kills Eidolon, and it's also like painless mana. Can be useful. I probably don't need all the Rens. Maybe just cut a couple Ren. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I like it. I think you can maybe cut Transmogrify. So I don't have dedicated cards against Burn, but I think Dex matchup's kind of close either way. Well, as is anyways. Yeah, I gotta keep. It's not perfect, but if I just have some lands on top, I'll probably win. Especially if I have a land in my top two. How about an Archon instead? Alright, I don't think I should play scared. That might be the game. Oh well, tough. I mean, it's not over, but that is obviously, I mean, I guess if she has an idol on here, that's super brutal. It's pretty brutal too. Oh. Okay. There's a small chance. I think I should probably just play Explore plus Hard Evidence. Because I get the clue. Even though it sees a tiny, it sees like slightly less cards. Just a, do I just die to just a Searing Blaze? Searing, yeah, I die to Searing Blaze plus 1 mana plus any 1 mana spell. Well, land, Searing Blaze, and a 1 mana spell. I mean, that's a lot of cards to combo, but it feels bad, especially when I bring in 2 Boseijus, go up to 26 lands. I think Boseiju would have been pretty amazing. Oh, I might just be dead to like, yeah, I'm just dead to any burn spell. Well, that was fast. That's kind of my anticlimactic. I'm just getting Slurl now. Cool. Alright, good games. Hmm. That sucked. Not gonna lie. Well, the last match sucked. Obviously, the run was pretty decent. 600 play points. That's like plus $30 plus chests, like $300 total, and the play points. It's pretty cool. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the run. I'm not exactly sure what I would change to the deck. I have to think about it. I'm a little tired, but yeah, obviously, if you made it this far and you enjoy this kind of content, Feel free to like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff that helps me out. Hope you'll have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone.